How's it going, YouTube? This is MarriedGuyGamer again with another pickups video, and I have just an absolute ton of stuff. I believe I have over 75 games to show. So what's becoming a trend here, I'm probably going to split this into two videos, and I will post them both one after the other. But just a ton of stuff, and I actually have some awesome RPGs to show. So I've just had some great luck this past couple of weeks. I've got a trade from the Duke of Baldness himself, GamerEmporium. So I can't wait to show that stuff too. Let's go ahead and get started. So first, I want to talk about my birthday for a second. My wife, who is the coolest wife ever, got me a spy pen for my birthday, and you know what? Just push here and it records through a little hole, if you can see that above the holder there, the clip. And so it's designed to sit, you know, in like a shirt pocket. However, as you see, my work shirts, which is normally when I'm game chasing in, because I do it on my way to or from work, doesn't have that. So I actually went out and I put it here, and it was awful. First off, the video, my cat's wrestling. The video and audio recording is great. It's not great. It's good for, you know, a pen. But being here in my collar like this, it was kind of angled up a little bit, and so all it was recording was my chin and the wall. So, but I'll go ahead and show what I got from that real quick. These were 50 cents each. The first one is a PlayStation 2 game, Suikoden Tactics. It's not complete, and it was in a generic case anyway. But so disc only, Suikoden Tactics, which I didn't even know they had a tactics game for Suikoden. I have Suikoden 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 1 and 3, 4, 5 for the PS2. So I love the Suikoden games. 1 and 2 were great. So just kind of cool that there was a tactics. And for 50 cents, certainly I'll pick it up. And then the next thing I got was, it's actually a memory card holder. I just thought it looked interesting. It's like, you know, like a CD case, and it holds up to 4 memory cards, and it had a memory card already in there. So for 50 cents, picked up a holder with a memory card for the PlayStation 1. Again, just thought it was kind of neat, and definitely for 50 cents, a good deal. So like I said, so the spy pen was really cool. I've tried a couple different things. When I'm at work, I have an armband that holds my security badges and stuff like that. I tried it in there, and it works a lot better, but I still have to kind of make sure it's facing the right way, because I went out today and missed all the games, but just filmed the cashier like the whole time for 7 minutes straight. It is just focusing on this chick, you know, sitting at the register. So it was actually kind of a little creepy, so I had to delete that one too. But anyway, I'll figure it out, and I'll get some footage going, because it was a lot of fun bringing it out there. So on with you know, some more pickups and stuff. Start with the trade here with GamerEmporium. I sent him a bunch of stuff, actually. Those 3DS games I found, Super Mario Bros. 2 and the Ocarina of Time, they went to Jason. I forgot, I sent him some stuff. They should have that in a video soon. But in return, he sent me just a ton of stuff too. So we'll check this one at a time here. First off, just a Bomberman Hero manual, which is cool. The things I wanted were some NES games that I needed for my collection, and that is DuckTales with the manual, Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, and I actually used to have this, but I traded it to Grimsy42, so I was actually kind of glad to get this back. Oh, that's a duplicate. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. This completes my Castlevania series now on the NES, and it also has the instruction manual. And Crystallis for the NES. And then some of the other games I wanted were Kirby 64, which I actually already own this, but I knew Biz Ness needed a copy, so this will be going to him. And I believe that is it for what I needed. And then just because he's an awesome dude, he threw in Rayman 2, The Great Escape, Castlevania, Bomberman Hero, to go with that manual, POW, Prisoners of War. This is actually a fun game. I've played this before. Killer Instinct, which is great. I did not have this game yet. And Mission Impossible. So just a ton of stuff. Hopefully he is equally as impressed with the stuff I sent him. So hopefully he'll put that up here soon. So check out his channel, GamerEmporium. Probably already are anyway. But I really appreciate the trade, Jason. Let's move on here. If I can make some room. Next, I'll just go with this is just from a small pawn store on my way to work, and just a couple of DS games. I paid $5 for the two of them, and they are Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Hopefully, I can do that without the glare. And Dragon Quest VI: Realms of Revelation. Just because it was an RPG, I'd never played it or anything. And this Kingdom Hearts one will be for trade. I have it for the PS2. I don't see, and I think I actually have this for the DS already also. So this one is definitely for trade. Next is just some flea market pickups. Not a whole lot. I'm a little disappointed with it because on Sundays I have to pay $2 just for entry fee, and so mostly I paid $2 to walk around for an hour and a half, which I could do, in my own neighborhood for free. But first I picked up an orange GameCube controller. It's in pretty decent condition. I had to clean it up a little bit. Somebody had taken marker to all of the lettering, the engravings and stuff. But anyway, it's kind of cool to see an orange controller. Plus, it's never hurts to have an extra or two. And then also at the flea market, I picked up Paperboy 2 for the Super Nintendo. I paid $3 for this, just a game I didn't have yet. And the Paperboy series is pretty fun. And I picked up for $1 Echo the Dolphin for the Sega Genesis. It's got a bunch of little stickers on the front and back, but for $1, it's Echo. So next is from a pawn store it's nothing special. It's Commando Strike Force. The Commando is actually a really fun strategy, I guess kind of a strategy game for the PC. And then there's a couple of PlayStation 2 games. I now have the second one. I already have the first one, so just kind of finished that series. It's complete. I paid 50 cents for this, and I actually had bought a couple of Xbox 360 games to go with it. I have a buddy who's supposed to be doing some artwork for my YouTube channel. And so if you're wondering why I still have that stupid Google Plus generic icon, it's because I'm waiting for him to finish up, and I think that'll be my new logo. So anyway, so I bought some games for him. The 360 games were Perfect Dark Zero, which was in a really cool metal tin with the dust sleeve, so it looked really good. Fallout Las Vegas, and Bionic Commando. I paid $1 for all three of those, $1 each, and then just pick this up. So next, so a rare for me, but some eBay purchases. I had $10 for PayPal money off of another trade, and so I kind of looked around and couldn't really find anything that I wanted. So one day I decided just to troll through the ending soon and free shipping market, and came up with a couple of NES games that I thought looked fun. This first one is Quattro Sports, and I thought at first that Grimsey needed this one. He actually needs the Quattro Arcade, and this was $5, so a little disappointed that I picked the wrong one, because I probably wouldn't have chosen this. I missed out on Solar Jetman, which I've played before. It's just kind of a fun game, and I need that for my collection. But I didn't have this one either, so it's not a huge loss. And then next I picked up Ninja Kid, which I had never heard of, but I've heard of Bandai, so it could be fun. So those were both $5 each. Like I said, I just trolled through the free shipping and ending soon, so these had like a minute left on them, and so I just grabbed them up, and just a couple of games I didn't have. So the next thing I found is actually a really awesome deal. If you watch my video a few videos back, I told that long story about the new Super Mario Bros. 2, getting it for $4. Well, I found some games here, a couple 3DS games and a DS game. This is at a pawn store. This is the same store that I found Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so it's definitely a store that I try to keep up on. But I went in, saw a couple games that I wanted, went and found a clerk, and I asked him how much their DS games were, and he said they were $2, $3, and I was like, well, I'll definitely do $2. That sounds great. So I picked up New Super Mario Brothers. This is complete. Um, Next is Super Mario 3D Land. It's complete. Mario Kart 7. It's complete. I'm not going to show you everything. It is complete. And New Super Mario Bros. 2. So I paid $2 each for all those, so $8 for 4 Mario titles, which is absolutely awesome. I do want to make a public apology to Trevor, to Retro Rewinder, and I'm sure he's not offended, but he had inquired about these, and I would normally, want to trade these off. I don't have a 3DS, and I'm actually not a big fan of this game. I've traded a bunch of copies of this because I keep buying it, but I love the one for the Wii, but just couldn't get into the DS one. But anyway, normally I would just trade these, but I've got a trip to Philadelphia coming up, and so I wanted to have some extra cash, and this was the best way is to sell these off. So I really apologize. I normally would just make a trade with you, no problem, but just circumstances. I just wanted to make a few extra bucks. So lastly, I have this large lot of NES games. I think I mentioned it in my last video. It was 30 games for $20. This was that same store that I had picked up Deja Vu from a couple videos ago, and this whole lot was still sitting there, so I went ahead and just made an offer on it. They were originally priced at $2 a piece, but I offered 20 bucks, and they took it. So I'll go ahead and show there were 6 or 7 duplicates, but out of 30, that's not too bad. So some of the duplicates, these ones are for trade if anyone's interested in them, is Faxanadu, which I'm not even really that big of a fan of that game anyway. Top Gun, Lunar Pool, Rad Racer, Pro Wrestling, Hogan's Alley, and Operation Wolf. So those were all the duplicates I have. So the rest of these are probably just going right into the collection here. Championship Pool, Al Unser Jr., Turbo Racing. None of these are like extreme titles. They're all filler titles, common stuff, but still, it's good to have. Talking Super Jeopardy. Talking. Solstice. Gotcha. Probably the worst label here. Wheel of Fortune. And none of these are probably in Grimsy condition. I know he likes the clouds to part, when he finds games, but they're pretty decent. Golf. Three Stooges. 720. Here's a decent title. Mickey Mouse Capades. Tecmo NBA Basketball. Major League Baseball. Good Old Sesame Street. Everyone's favorite, Hide Lied. Another decent one, Skate or Die. Gumshoe. Stilo 999. World Cup. Airwolf. Rambo. Gold Medal Challenge 92. Platoon. And a second copy of Sesame Street. Somebody loved their Elmo. So those were all the NES games. Like I said, nothing stellar, just some filler stuff. But a bunch of games I didn't have, so there were a couple good ones in there. But that's all for part one. I can't wait to show you all these RPGs here that I've picked up in part two. So stay tuned. Like I said, I'm going to put it up here pretty much after this one. So thanks for watching.